Sports Riders.
Where am I? Oh, where am I?
Today, a series finally, a firing, a trophy you cannot touch, and a player throwing his glove down while the ball's still in play. We've got 10 topics. We have just one winner. Let's get lost, people.
Ooh, that's racing. Ooh. No smoking in a car. That's not a good idea.
It's Around the Horn, the show of competitive banter. Here's Tony Reale.
Hey now.
Hey now, you guys get it yet? Welcome back to the show that scores the argument, the national panel in Denver. Woody Paige.
In this first spot, I got your back. I'm your go-to guy.
Okay.
I am going to be here for you.
You're
all.
done talking. Tim Cowlishaw in Dallas.
Talk about a real TV show set on an island. Ginger or Marianne?
Team Wojciechowski in Chicago.
Tony, I DVR'd Lost. Thumbs up or down? Tell me now.
I don't have enough thumbs to go up. Blackistone, what do you have?
To all my friends in Ghana, thanks for watching. Go Blackstone.
Shout out to Ghana. All right. And Tim, you
Yes?
recall last week's guarantee, how you had the Lakers over the Suns, and now minus 20 for getting it wrong. And Woody Paige, I think you'll agree you don't deserve any points for getting a game right, seeing as that's your job. So let's go to work.
That seems excessive.
Smoke
It's
monstering.
the first word.
Any other guarantee you'd like to make, Tim?
I'm going
No.
to be around for at least 18 more minutes.
All it took was 42-11 from Amari, 42 free throws, zone defense. Kobe got his, Odom didn't, Bynum definitely didn't. There was Lopez Fisher chippiness, Nash another knock. Guy's nose is going to look like Owen Wilson's when he's done. But we've got a series now, right? Woody, right?
Absolutely. We've got us a series on, and you've got to credit and give a great deal of accolade to David Thompson's cousin. That would be Alvin Gentry, who made the move in the second quarter. Inside information. Made the move in the second quarter to go the zone, even though they had practiced it and had not practiced it well. The zone confused the Lakers. They didn't make the adjustment. They were about 2 for 17 while the Suns were running the zone, and it didn't work for them. Meanwhile, on the other side, with what Stoudemire did, the Nash game that he had, the bench job, Robin Lopez coming through like he hasn't. We haven't seen that all year long. Yes, we've got a series. I think they're going to win again. Maybe the Lakers end up winning the entire series, but it's not going to be over in 4. It's not going to be over in 5.
Thank you, Woody.
It's
Gene,
not going to
your
be over in
thoughts?
6.
Tony, we don't have a series anymore, and if you want to deduct 2 points from me or a few more,
Sure.
I also picked the Lakers to sweep this series.
More points.
I think this thing ends in 5 games. I think Phil Jackson figures out that 2-3 zone that Woody's raving about in Game 4. They're going to pound the ball inside to Gasol. Lamar Odom is not going to have another phone-it-in kind of game. And, yeah, Lopez, you know, he had a nice game, 20 points. Stoudemire, 42 points. But do we expect him to have another 20? Do we expect Stoudemire to have a career kind of game again? And do we expect the Lakers to shoot only 20 free throws compared to 42 by the Suns?
Okay.
Absolutely not. I
Let's
think
go
all
to
those things
Cowlishaw.
change.
What do we expect from Cowlishaw?
Well, Plasky's stand-in says it's over. What a shocker. Who could be surprised by that? It's not over. It's not even going to be a sweep. I'll guarantee it's not going to be a sweep now.
Yes, that's
I
nice.
will say this, though. I think the whole zone thing is a little bit overrated. I know that's when the Lakers started missing shots. They missed open shots. They missed open three-pointers all night. It wasn't because the Suns' defense was so great. It challenged them some, I'm sure, but the Lakers have seen a zone before. They will shoot better. They will probably take the series in 5, but I don't want to dismiss Phoenix. They've won 5 in a row at home. They do deserve some
you
credit.
just said the Lakers are going to take the series at 5, but you don't want to dismiss
But
Phoenix.
you know, but there's another side to this story, and I'm trying to tell that one too.
Okay.
but I'm
Well,
going the
hold
wrong
your
way.
breath. Let's get to Blackistone right now.
Yeah, well, let's get back to that zone defense that Tim brought up because he's absolutely right. Let's not give this thing too much credit. I think the Lakers scored 109 points against the zone. Their problem was defensively, and that was primarily because Andrew Bynum could not stay on the floor, either because of foul trouble or either because of that gimpy knee. Wouldn't allow him to get out there. If you think that Robin Lopez is going to go for another 20 against the Lakers, forget about it. It's not happening. I'll sell you something over somewhere around the rest of the world about that. But this team is not, this team, the Lakers, is not going down. They had one game where they were off. They did miss open shots. And also, they did settle for too many three-point shots as this game was winding down. But they were right in it.
But let's
right
get back to Woody Paige, and let's talk about Amari Stoudemire. Can he do what he did last night again?
Sure, and if they use the zone, there's the other side to it. He is not a great defensive player. He was able to rest some on defense in the back of that zone. Yes, he can do it again because we've seen Lamar Odom come and go. Bynum has really
Gene,
been
can
no
Amari do it
factor in
again?
this series.
No, he's only done it 1 of 3 times. He's not going to have a career playoff game again. Phil Jackson knows how to coach defense.
Cowlishaw.
Murray can do it. He did it in bits and pieces in the first couple games. We've seen the Lakers have as much trouble with him as the Suns have with the size of the Lakers.
And Kevin.
I think he can do it again, but Lopez is not putting up 20.
Steve Nash, another elbow to the face. This guy's face is going to look like a jigsaw puzzle when he's done. Unbelievable. Tough, though. He's rearranging his nose on the court during the game. Mike Brown fired by the Cavs today. Anyone shocked?
No.
Outraged? Lost?
No.
Let's go
Upset?
straight to
Nope.
LeBron James then. Does this give the Cavs a better shot at retaining LeBron, KB?
I think it does, because this is what the Cavaliers are trying to do. They're trying to win a championship. Every year, the last 2 or 3 years, they've tried to make a significant change to better their team. They've given Mike Brown 5 years. That's fair. I think he would admit to that. And now they've decided that's not going to work, so now we're going to go out and find another guy. I think LeBron's got to look at the totality of the situation in Cleveland and look at what they've tried to do for him. They've not been afraid to spend money. They've not been afraid to change the roster. They've not been afraid to go after a guy like Shaq, a superstar. Didn't work out. And now they've not been afraid to fire a coach, a guy who everybody really likes, Mike Brown, who was highly thought of coming off the Popovich tree. Didn't work out. Go get a new coach. Put in a new system. Let's try and make this thing work.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of differences between LeBron and Mike Brown, mainly at the offensive end of the court the last few years. You know, I thought the Cleveland Cavaliers were going to keep LeBron anyway. This is just a step in that process. You know, obviously how they go about this and whether they publicly talk to LeBron about it, he's going to have some say in who the next coach is. But they need to change certain things within the team. They did a lot of changing on the roster. They probably can't do as much of that this year as they did a year ago. So starting with the coach is what they have to do.
Gino.
Well, I think it matters, Tony. Everything matters with the Cavaliers as it relates to LeBron right now. But I think the bigger question is, I think in a way LeBron had to have some direct or indirect input in this decision, don't you think? And I think the other question you have to ask, and maybe more important than getting rid of Mike Brown, is who do you replace Mike Brown with? And I think, and I know it's a long shot, but Phil Jackson has been told he has to take a massive pay cut next year with the Lakers.
Okay.
And 5 years ago, when they hired Mike Brown, the guy that Dan Gilbert got an interview with was one Phil Jackson. So who knows? Maybe he can pull it off.
So you throw Jackson's name out there. Very interesting. Paige.
Yes, Cleveland's going to get Phil Jackson right after they get Red Auerbach. Yeah, or Larry Brown or Doc Rivers. It's not going to matter who they get, and they're not going to get Phil Jackson. He's leaving, guys. He's gone. He's out of there. They did have to get rid of Mike Brown, and they're trying to use it as an enticement to LeBron, who wanted him to play Hickson more during the course of the season, was upset that Shaq didn't get to play more in the playoffs, but he's not coming back there. There's not a chance of it, and they're not going to get a coach. It can't be Calipari. It can't be Coach K. It's not Rick Pitino. I don't care who it might be. He wants to move on to New York or Chicago or Miami. That's what's going to happen. It's not going to be because of a new coach in Cleveland.
Blackistone back
Follow the money, Woody. $30 million. He can't make $30 million extra bucks anywhere but Cleveland. So it doesn't matter. He's going to stay there. He can sell sneakers anywhere.
Well, you don't think he's making this move over money, do you, Blackistone?
Well, I don't think
he's going to make his decision over quality of life, over chance of winning a championship, not just money. He's got enough money.
Well, sure. Well, where is he? What team can he go to right now for next year where he's going to have a better chance of getting to the championship than the team he's with right now?
Some might say the Chicago Bulls. Gene.
Absolutely the Chicago Bulls. Of all the teams that are in this race, Noah, Derrick Rose, you have the core players, you have the cap room to maybe go out and get another guy. The Bulls are,
but
from
back
a basketball
to what the Cavaliers have right now. They need to find a coach in the next couple of weeks before the draft, you would think. And then they also have a player they might consult with who might not be with the team at the end of the summer. What's that about, Cowlishaw?
Well, I think they're going to have to because they have to put all their chips in keeping LeBron. I don't think the Bulls are as great a fit as some of these guys think. I think the Cavaliers are the best fit.
Paige.
Well, I think they'll go out and hire Byron Scott. I know he's in waiting in L.A. That's not going to bring LeBron back.
Well, you don't know. Maybe it's not about the coach for LeBron. Maybe you want to stay in Chicago. Or stay in Cleveland and not go to Chicago.